Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and this is SD Gundam G Generation Genesis, and the backlog is dead. Long live the backlog. I just finished grinding for the item I wanted, and finishing up the Rise from the Ashes go historic moments goal that I missed. Brain, come on, please. And I got the Minovsky craft, which means I can use the big XL or larger things like the Deep Striker here on ground or in space. Well, midair or space. Not going to do me any good if we got an underwater stage, but you get the idea. Other changes I made. The Unicorn Gundam is now the full armor Unicorn Gundam. I almost did the green one, but this has slightly better starting stats, and I just felt like it. So this is going to keep piloting Unicorn. The Doug Schneid Fried is now the Ifrit Schneid. The Sinanju is going to change next time. I need one more level on the Gyaradoga to see what its last option is. The Marasai is now the Zeon Remnants Marasai. Oops, and the Hyakushiki Kai is now the full armor Hyakushiki Kai. So, let's see. I've seen everything this can become. It may also become a Gyaradoga in the fullness of time, but we will see. Or I may just, make another mobile suit I haven't had before and hand it off to Shelled, whose name I had forgotten. One last thing I want to check before we do this. Design. Nope, nothing new. It would say all designs if there was. Thank you to everyone who let me know about that, because it really does save time. And yeah, now that I'm up to date, I will actually probably reflect the things you've told me a little faster than I would have otherwise, because I'm not recording 3 months in advance anymore. I'm lucky if I'm recording 3 days in advance. And we are now to Zeonic Front Stage 2, Odessa Frontline. Okay, well, let's do it. And let's see what we've got. We've got Zaku's, mostly. Now that it had control of California Base, the largest base in North America, Zeon began preparing for an attack on the Federation HQ at Jaburo, the largest base in South America. Zeon troops landed all over Earth in a blitz campaign, spreading around the planet like wildfire. The invading forces expanded so quickly, however, that Zeon began to have trouble transporting supplies to the front line. The expansion faltered as a result. For its part, the Federation lost the ability to fight back in an organized way, and even had trouble fielding guerrillas against Zeon's forces. The war devolved into a quagmire with neither side able to strike a killing blow. With the war stalled, the Federation began developing its own mobile suits. During a mopping-up operation, Lieutenant Commander Shar learned of the Federation's Operation V. Unable to destroy their new mobile suits or warship, the Trojan Horse, he forced them into North America, controlled by Captain Garma Zabi. Oh, I bet that went well. Let's find out. Oops. And then Garma Zabi died. The Midnight Fenrir Corps were sent to discover why communications from Garma had stopped, only to be faced with a tragic scene. The wreckage of a Gao attack carrier engulfed in flames, and filled with the choking stench of death. Captain Garma had been lost in battle against the Trojan Horse. The Trojan Horse had then inflicted massive damage on the Zeon forces before breaking free of its encirclement and fleeing. Okay. As Zeon mourned the death of Garma Zabi, the Midnight Fenrir Corps was given new orders. As the first step of its counteroffensive, the Federation was planning the massive Operation Odessa, aimed at retaking Zeon-controlled mining bases in Central Asia. The Midnight Fenrir Corps was ordered to immediately travel to Central Asia in order to assist Captain Mikuve in the defense of Odessa. As the war began to take a turn for the worse, the Wolf Pack ran through the desert towards a new trial. Okay, well, here comes the new trial. Not everybody gets a new trial. Sometimes it just, doesn't work out. The lawyers don't win the appeal. So it's something at least. Oh, remember I was talking about underwater stages. Well, here we go. We've lost a hero. Does this signify defeat? Well, eventually. No, we've only just begun to fight. Probably should have started before. Crash dive. Sir, crash diving. Prepare to fast forward. Captain, why are you telling us to crash dive? The submarine is currently on an official mission that includes crash diving, that's all. I won't deny the fact that TV signals won't reach undersea is also part of it. Okay. You don't want to see the state funeral? I have no interest in another family's funeral. If you really want to see it, Lieutenant Commander Garrett, we can always surface again. Don't bother. You must have your duty to perform. I'm not one to interfere in another's duty. Besides, if you've heard about one young life cut short in battle, you've heard them all. True. Lieutenant Commander, do you know why people hold funerals? No, why? A certain author said this: we don't hold funerals for the dead, we hold them so the living can sort out their feelings. In other words, no one is thinking of the dead. They do the funerals for themselves. Oh, that's a pretty cynical outlook. Yeah, but I think it applies perfectly to a certain rich young man's funeral. In spite of the fact that his little brother just died in battle, the surviving brother is all over his TV using the death for his own propaganda. You state your mind very clearly, Captain. True, and that's why the Zabi family isn't really all that fond of me. No, really? From space all the way to the bottom of the sea, it's like they don't want me coming home to Side 3. No, pretty much they don't. Are you sure you're not overstating things? Having seen those guys? No, I'm pretty sure he's not. To the Zabis, this submarine is a punishment. That's ridiculous. It's not. Lieutenant Commander Garrett, have you heard of the Red Comet, rather of Lieutenant Commander Shar Aznavour? I've heard the name. I think we've fought in many of the same battles, but I've never actually met him. They made that hero Shar Aznavour take the blame for Garma Zabi's death, and his punishment has sent him to the back of beyond. I take a certain amount of pride in my ability as a military man, but there's no telling how the officers see me. I see. That's reality for you. Ah, sorry for talking your ear off. We're almost at our destination, Lieutenant Commander. Thank you, Captain. I've really enjoyed your lecture. Good fortune to you. Oh, good. I guess we're not doing an underwater stage. Okay. Okay. Yep, that's Odessa front line. Alrighty. Let's see. And we're inside a truck, I think. Okay, I just watched Duchess Nurse Gundam play the original version of this play Zeonic Front on her Twitch channel the other night, and this guy's name was Lee Lee Swagger. I'm Chief Petty Officer Lee Swagger. I've been assigned to the Fenrir Corps starting today. I look forward to serving with you, Chief Swagger. Looks like our midnight Fenrir Corps is finally getting reinforcements. Chief, what front were you fighting on before this? The African front, sir. How was it? Terrible. I see. It's terrible everywhere these days. Going to reinforce Captain Mikube, though. Lady Cassilia must think well of you. What do you mean, Ensign Leroy? Oh, yes, and his name was, I believe, Roarer. 2 rookie pilots, fresh out of the academy, were assigned to the most difficult landing operation on the North American continent. Yet when it comes to reinforcing Captain Mikube, a single veteran pilot is assigned. I don't know, Ensign, is it all that different? Is what? 2 rookies pretty much equal 1 veteran. Excuse us for being mere rookies. Military men say it like it is. Everyone, is there some kind of problem with my assignment? Don't worry about it, Chief. My unit is always like this. They talk rough, but all but 1 are excellent. Charlotte, what do you mean all but 1? I don't remember saying a word about you, Ensign Nicky Robert. Sounds to me like maybe you're the one in all but 1, Princess. Petty Officer Matt Austin, if you show me your back during our next operation, that will be the last thing you ever do. That's not what I mean. I was trying to say that I, too, am fully cognizant of the fact that Ensign Charlotte Hefner is an excellent and top-notch pilot. Wow, really? Thanks, Gramps. Gramps. Ladies and gentlemen, we have new orders. We are scheduled to arrive tomorrow, however the situation has changed. How so? Right, the battle with the Federation has begun more quickly than expected in the Gobi Desert. The enemy has our supply base surrounded. The base garrison is currently fighting back, but the situation looks grim. Part of the base is already occupied by the enemy. Our Fenrir Corps is the closest unit that can help reinforce the supply base. We cannot leave the base to fend for itself, so we will be assisting the Supply Corps. Also, and this is unconfirmed information, it seems that the Federation may have deployed mobile suits in this area. Not the same mobile suits as on that Trojan horse. They're not white or failed tanks with delusions of grandeur. If this information is true, then we'll have to deal with them somehow. Commander, I have a question. One of the advantages of a mobile suit is its mobility, right? This mission involves breaking through the enemy siege, joining up with the base garrison, and recapturing the facilities, right? But even if we do all that, it won't change the fact that the enemy has the base surrounded. Wouldn't holding up in a supply base under siege render the mobility of our mobile suits useless? So what's our best option, Ensign Hapner? Well, we've been ordered to assist the supply base. Assuming that a good offense is the best defense, maybe we should launch a surprise attack on the enemy's HQ while recapturing the facilities. Not only would this take advantage of our mobile suit's mobility, it would also break the siege. Your strategy seems to make sense, but how would we deal with the enemy's mobile suits? I don't think we need to worry that much about them. The Federation's mobile suits are just a rumor. Oh boy. They might not even exist other than the ones on the Trojan horse. Even if they do exist, I don't expect that many of them will be assigned to the siege of the supply base. We have 5 Zaku's. Whatever they have, it probably won't match us in numbers or firepower. Oh, this sounds worse every time. The possibility of mobile suits makes it even more important that we hit the enemy's HQ quickly. Understood. Since you've thought this through, I don't think I need to say anything else as a commander. I'm splitting the Corps up into 2 teams. One will check out the basement first. One team will break through the siege and join the base garrison, the other will hit the enemy HQ. Ensign Leroy, form the teams. Alright, here are the teams. Our new member Lee Svager will be with me on red team. We'll break through the siege and join the garrison. Understood. Nikki, Charlotte, and Matt will attack the enemy HQ as the blue team. Matt, keep those 2 safe. Fine. Stuck babysitting the rookies again. Don't say that, Petty Officer Austin. You're the adult here, so can't you act like it? Commander, if I could do something that tricky, I'd already be top brass by now. Okay, many tanks. Zeon Forces territory, Gobi Desert. What do we got? We got a Goof and a Zaku. We've got, well, there's another piece of music I recognize. Okay, Renzi. Doesn't matter how much we keep hitting them. Yeah, they have a lot of tanks. I played Gihren's Greed, and basically the best way to get through the early parts of the war on the Federation side is just spam tanks. We're surrounded. We're already sent for reinforcements. They should be here any moment. Hey, guess what? They actually will be. You got 2 whole Zaku's. Supply base spotted. Excellent. First join up with the garrison. Both of them. Your sudden appearance behind them should shake them up. Take advantage of that and break through. Understood. Starting the operation. Garrison mobile suits, I'm Ensign Leroy of the Fenrir Corps. We're here to provide support. We're about to smash through the encirclement and join you in there. We're in position to move. This is Petty Officer Manning. Copy that. Ensign Renzi and I are waiting for you. Commander, it's a new team of enemy mobile suits. They're threatening our flank. You're letting a couple of mobile suits phase you? Fight mobile suits with mobile suits. Use those machines to attack. Yes, sir. Gun cannon. Ensign Leroy, those look like the enemy's mobile suits. So those are the Federation's mobile suits. No doubt about it, they're different from the rumored white one. Not quite as agile, I see. Excellent. Start the operation. We'll break through his plan, join up with the garrison, and hold the base. Start mission. Can the Fenrir Corps arrive at the target area before the enemy units enter? Target area. Gun cannon. Can I control? I can control these guys. Okay, so... Well, as always, since I just sat through all the dialogue, we're gonna save. And we'll just go right here. But yeah, I did get the last Rise from the Ashes mission done. Got the Minovsky craft, and I think when I get to the main part of this stage, somebody's going to get a deep striker in the face. Okay, so full speed ahead, which I'm going to say is going to once again involve the magic of chance steps. 6,000 Bazooka time. We've seen Zaku bazookas and tanks. We can't afford to waste time here. Not a kill. Dang. And a hit. Not really impressed here, Leroy. Let's see how Lee does. He'll bazooka. Join up with the garrison before it's too late. That's better. Okay. Chance step 1. Well, I'm pretty sure the tanks have to... Yeah, if you're close enough, they can't hit you, so we need to get closer before... Okay, so next turn will be okay. Let's see. What is the move range on these tanks? They can walk right in. The gun cannon takes 2 turns to do it. So, by my calculations, that means the smarter move is going to be moving in and fighting these tanks. So, I guess that's what we'll try. We'll take out as many enemies as we can. Evade. Good going. Move. He can't get close enough, but he can bazooka the thing. 60% chance of being hit back. We'll survive somehow. We'll see. I may have this all wrong. I don't know. But he dodged, so good on him. Let's see what we got. Okay, gun cannon's moving close. We only have 1 turn, basically, before they can get into the target area. So, let's have... Oops, he's out of range, so he'll dodge. 51% chance even with dodge. No, I want to leave that weakened tank. The Goof can't hit it anyway, but I want to leave that weakened tank for, hopefully for, Svager to get a chance step off of. So, Goof's taking a hit. And taking a hit. More tanks. Yeah, I was about to say, that one will probably take a pot shot at Leroy. Okay, first up, Heat Hawk for you. Chop. Dead, hopefully. Very much so. Step into the green room, please. Oh. Dang it. Okay, so... I don't know. I don't know. I may fail this. If so, I guess I'll try it over again. Wait a second. What do I hit? Okay. I'm going to have Renty try and damage this. Because I'm going to have... And I'm going to have the Goof try and damage this. If I can damage them both, I can have Leroy move up, chance step 1, to get far enough up to chance step a step off the other, and get into the green room. So, let's see what happens. Crunch. Perfect. Okay. Okay, Leroy. Don't miss. He didn't miss. Good. Chance step. And chance step. Bingo. Get to the target area. Join up with the base garrison. Challenge completed. That's not even our historic moment. That's just the first challenge. Now for phase 2 of the operation. Protect the base with the garrison. Yes, sir. There's nothing left to worry about. Huh? Ah, yeah. There's Matt, Charlotte, and Nikki. Great! Direct hit. Direct hit from behind. Enemy mobile suits. From behind? You're kidding. We're surrounded by enemy mobile suits. We should have an overwhelming numerical advantage. Well, you do, but... Enemy HQ has gone silent. The mission is a success. Great timing, Blue Team. Sorry to keep you waiting, Ensign. Enjoy your picnic? Of course. Enemy HQ is surrendered. The mission is over. Continue guarding the base. Understood. Mission complete. Will remain on guard. Okay, so the first phase is over in 20 minutes. That's a pretty good number for me, I think. So let's see where we go from here, because we haven't even gotten our historic moments yet. Okay, yep, there we are. What's this? A photo of the area just taken by a recon drone. A big tray? It's similar, a bit smaller and more mobile. Actually, you'd think it'd be more mobile. Mobility that's not taken advantage of is wasted. What can you tell us from this photograph? Damage looks like it was from a Zaku. There's kind of 3 of those in the picture, too, so yeah, probably a Zaku. One thing I don't understand is that the damage is concentrated in the rear. Why did they let the enemy get behind them? The main gun should have been able to turn. The enemy surrounded it with 3 mobile suits. 3? I can see 30 getting this close to it, but why did it let 3 do that? Alright then, Lieutenant, how about this machine? Did they use a gun cannon in combat? Exactly. Mass-produced from an initial lot. There aren't many of them yet. Initial lot really means that it's a prototype that's being treated as a mass-produced item. But you realize anyway that we don't have the leeway to just waste this sort of prototype. The guy who gave up that mobile suit is an idiot. Really, Lieutenant, are you ready to go to the other side, then? Only with respect to that idiot. He doesn't understand a gun cannon's tactical value. Gun cannons aren't as agile as Zaku's, but their firepower is vastly superior. Their powerful long-range guns can destroy enemy mobile suits before they get close. That's why they were developed. But based on this wreckage, it looks like they weren't being used that way. This looks like close combat, no doubt about it. They wasted the whole purpose for a gun cannon. You're clearly the man we've been hearing about. I'd rather send you right back to MS development, but our biggest counteroffensive is approaching. As you can see, we don't have many officers with experience and specialized knowledge. You want me to command some units before going back? We were very impressed with your ability to use a hastily formed group of Type 61 tanks against Zaku's. Given your artillery expertise, I'd like you to take command of a team of gun cannons. Wouldn't it be more important to get new mobile suits deployed in battle? Well, if you have them. Are you sure? Take a look at this. No way. So it was them. Yep. Okay, so he's got a grudge, and he's going to come bring a gun cannon at us. Okay. The enemy surrounding the supply base surrendered when it lost its chain of command. So in other words, this battle demonstrated the tactical significance of our unit. But still, this only amounts to stopping a tiny part of the enemy's forces. The enemy is gradually gaining strength. I don't know how we're going to hold them back, but it's a certainty that things are going to get tougher. Petty Officer Manning and Ensign Renzi have been assigned to our Fenrir Corps. I'm Petty Officer Manning. It kind of reminds me of Clamp a little bit. I lost a lot of people in the Gobi. Ensign Renzi and I were the only survivors from our unit. But there's no use in mourning. I'm alright. Nice to meet you. I'm Ensign Renzi. I look forward to working with all of you. Captain McCuve has requested that we come here from the Gobi Desert so that we can help defend Odessa. We expect Odessa to bear the brunt of enemy attacks as the main front. Commander, will we be bolstering the left flank? No, not the left flank. We'll be helping them hold the middle. The Black Tri-Stars will strike the enemy from behind. We'll support the front until they return. Chance to fight with the Black Tri-Stars. It will truly be an honor. It's alright. We can win. I know we can do it. Sure, sure. Don't say that, Matt. It's better to keep your chin up. It's currently hiding in his shirt collar. Well, sure, but it's just kind of weird. I expect them to assign us to the left flank since it's more sparsely defended. Commander, what's going on with the left side? We don't have any orders regarding that. That's... Who knows? HQ must have some strategy or other. All we can do is follow our orders. Right, Matt? Of course, Ensign. Guess this means the Federation has a traitor. Huh? Ensign Renzi, a traitor? You may not know this, sir, but Captain McCuve is in charge of the intelligence agencies in this region. He's likely got some high-level Federation officers working for him. So he can have them not do anything even if a battle starts, or even attack some friendly units. If he's got forces like that set to face us on the left flank, there's no point in putting much of our firepower over there. Might as well draw a line in the dirt with a stick and tell us to stay on our side. Mean the outcome of the war might be affected by spies? They frequently are, Nikki. I'd say there's not much point trying to figure out what's going on with the left flank. Our only concern is how to execute our own orders. All right, let's go to Odessa. All hands, make your preparations. Understood, sir. Okay. Looks like we're going to get on the move here. Gun tanks. Hills near Odessa. Okay. Standard gun tanks or MPTs? Team leader, do you not like this unit? If I said that, would they ship me right back to working on mobile suits? Artillery and I seem to have a mutual affection. Never mind that, Sergeant Sakaki. Do you think you can use that gun tank? Well, I may be mistaken, but I get the sense that the cannons on it might be able to take out a Zaku with a single shot. You think so too? However, look around. See how many of the men are wearing brand new uniforms. All of them, they look like they're fresh out of school. And they're useless in a fight. We need to hold on to this high ground no matter what. From a gunner's perspective, this location is ideal. I think we'll be able to use it. Oh yeah? Yes, rookies or not, there's a whole different air up here. We've got the morale. A different air, huh? I know I smell funky, but I'll assume that's not what you mean. Well, there hasn't been much time to take showers. Of course, I've made the time. Sergeant Sakaki, observation and communication are more important than firepower. You get this, don't you? Yes, I do. No matter how much firepower you have, it's meaningless unless it hits the target. We've worked together for a while now, after all. You know, I've served under a long list of officers, and I've got to say that you're one of a kind. Like them or not, your ideas always leave an impression. And how about my actions? You're still alive because of them. There's your answer. All right. So, what's going on? Okay, here's the Fenrir's. We're in position, Commander. Excellent. The enemy's movements are faster than expected. The hills we had marked out as a line of defense have already fallen into the enemy hands. We should focus our efforts on retaking the hills. As you can see, the terrain in this area consists of a flat plain broken up by a series of hills. The Federation appears to be deploying tank-type mobile suits on the hills. They've already taken advantage of the elevation to do massive long-range damage to our forces. I'd like to take the entire area at once, but unless we make it through the plain quickly, the enemy forces on the hills will destroy us. Then how should we attack them, Commander? They have the height advantage, so it won't be easy. Right, here's how the operation will play out. First, one team will attack the hills from the left. Another will strike from the right, with both teams catching the enemy in a pincer maneuver. Once the main force is quelled, hit the middle. We'll hold the central hill however we can until the Black Tri-Stars return. What about the actual deployment? Fortunately, the Fenrir Corps is currently in possession of 7 mobile suits. So we should be able to form 3 teams. Aurora and Austin will take the left route. It'll be good to have a veteran pilot with me. Should I take that as a compliment, Ensign? The mission hasn't started yet, so sure, go ahead. Thanks. The attack from the right will be handled by Nikki, Charlotte, and Svager. Sir, yes, sir. What should we do? Renzi and Manning, you will provide support to either team as required. Understood. We'll concentrate on putting out fires. Excellent. Begin the operation. They're heading out. Alright. Now what? 3. It's strangely quiet. Don't you think so, Nikki? Yeah, we should be within range of their guns. I don't like this. What are they doing? Chief Svager, what would you do if you were the Federation commander? I think mines would be the easiest way to go. Mines. Shall we check, Charlotte? Okay, I'll have a look. Nothing in the infrared. Seismic readings also show nothing buried in this area. No mines. Ensign Robert, standing around waiting won't accomplish anything. I'll move forward. Back me up if something happens. Oh boy. Yep, there's a mine. Look out, come back. Well, there he goes. Chief, are you alright, Chief Svager? I'm okay. Was that a mine after all? Federation has mines we can't detect? When did they get those? What do you think, Ensign Robert? What do you mean? If that's an official Federation weapon, its capabilities aren't very impressive. I am still alive, after all. Maybe it's something they cooked up in the field? Both of our sides are stretched pretty thin. Whatever it is, it's still not to be trifled with. Chief, pull back. You can't fight like this anyway. I could still serve as a spotter. The war won't end today. It'll last at least until your machine's fixed. Alright, 2 of you come back safe too. Alright, Lee's gone. If we get back safe, Chief, it'll be thanks to you. Okay. Beginning our attack from the left. Matt, don't do anything crazy, okay? Why, Ensign Leroy, what are you talking about? My horoscope's super lucky today. Just leave it to me. Okay, they saw us. Well, that's okay. They're also exploding. They're just tanks after all. Ah, fools. You know just where they're hiding, don't you, Ensign Renzi? Of course, it's simple. Based on the angle of the sun, if they stick their guns out from the shadows, they'll be easy to see from our position. Your keen powers of observation make you a perfect addition to our Fenrir Corps, Ensign Renzi. It's an honor, Petty Officer Austin, but is that really what you think? Of course. At least as long as you're in the Fenrir Corps, we can be sure that we're always on the same side. No kidding. I have to agree with you there. And now, it is time to sortie teams. I'm taking these. I'm taking the same ones I took last time because I wanna. No other reason. Okay, so 2 big trays, or mini trays rather. Mini trays have tanks. And 4 gun tank MPTs. Okay, let's start. See what the mission is. And destroy all mass-produced gun tanks. Can you destroy all gun tanks within 5 turns? Yes. Yes, I can. Alright, save game. And then we're going to destroy all gun tanks within probably 1 or 2 turns. Because I am feeling ambitious. Alright, let's go. Okay, first step. Forward white base. Mega particle cannon for you. Crunch. Okay. Character level up. Good. My crew is leveled to 12. Or at least Luna is. There should be others ready to level as well. Just look at the size of that ridiculous thing next to that gun tank. Beam smart gun. That should be more than enough. And then I can probably try the map weapon afterwards. Alright, Deep Striker, go. I'm pretty sure this is going to one-shot this poor little gun tank. If it doesn't, I've done something wrong. Boom. Yeah, 10,879. Overkill, I should say so. Yeah, just like... Yeah, that thing... You know, it's just like, okay, here's this tank. It's a cute little tank. We're going to just fly this office building up to it and obliterate it. Okay, well, that's how that gun works. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I am gonna line up. I am going to use the Alice attack on this, and we'll watch that too. And then I'm going to use the big gun and see if I can wipe out 2 more of the tanks this turn. I have to see this. Yeah, this thing is ridiculously huge. I mean, it's an even bigger XS Gundam. That should tell you everything you need to know. That guy is stone dead. Yep, 15,000 critical hit overkill. Like, almost double. I should get some good points for that, I should think. Good job, Goat.